Hey guys, how are you doing today? Thought I'd just do a really quick look with the blood sugar palette from Jeffree Star, this beautiful thing here, before work this morning. So let's see how this goes. I already primed my eyes, and we're gonna go in with actually I think I'm gonna start with Candy Floss here. Just up here to kind of put a little shine and neutralize underneath that eyebrow, which clearly has nothing on it. It's pale as all get out. Then we're gonna go, let's see. I think we're gonna go to Prick here. Just gonna get a base down. I figured this would be a good palette today because there are roses on the shirt, so why not do some red eyeshadow? That kind of translates more pink, doesn't it? But that's okay. Or it's not going to be the final color anyways. So how is everybody handling the quarantine? Honestly, for me, it hasn't really changed my day much. The only difference is instead of getting up and going to work, I get up and make breakfast and work at home instead. It's a good base color, I would say. Right. So then we got to go into this cherry soda color because that's pretty close to the color of the roses on my shirt. It seems to be translating a little bit more orange on here. Works. Now we're gonna go into fresh meat here. Nope, that's extraction. Where's fresh meat? Here. Let's see if we can kind of deepen up that outer corner a little bit. It feels like I do the same look almost all the time because I really like that dark outer corner. It did a little deepening, but not much, did it? Alright, I guess we are going to go into extraction over here because I want it darker than that on the outside corner. See if we can get that a little darker. I need to quit leaning down like that when I'm working on something. Oh, that really just is not getting darker, is it? I mean, it is darker. Just very gradual dark. It's okay. I like it. So I can get it just a little darker. There we go. I'm going to grab... I don't know if this blending brush is clean or not. So this might seem like a weird thing, but I always have a makeup wipe out when I'm doing my makeup so that if I really screw something up good or I realize the brush is really dirty, I can kind of spot clean it real quick so it doesn't affect my current makeup. Wow, that blending brush was so purple from whatever I used it on last. And I'm just going to go back and grab that candy floss again to kind of help blend up here. And this is just a little flat blending brush. It's not really big, but it does the job. That's all that matters, right? Just wanted to get that light up here again because kind of accidentally got it a little dark. Right. Well, that's okay. What I really need to do is take this and clean that up because I definitely didn't mean to get that so far down my cheek. So that's the biggest thing, is that you can always clean it up if you have to. Maybe we're just going to have to smoke out the lower lash line because I can't seem to balance that very well. All right. Then I want to go in here with this blood sugar right here. It's got kind of a shimmer to it. And just kind of tap it on the inside corner. I know I've got a whole bunch of brushes down here, but what do? I grab my finger. Sometimes, though, I just feel like that works better when you're tapping on just a little bit of color like that. All right. I'm going to go off camera real quick and do the other side to match. Okay, now both the eyes match. I put my primer on, the Can't Stop, Won't Stop primer. I didn't realize there was some pink on my fingertips, so now my whole face looks slightly like I had too much sun. But that's okay, because this ought to cover it. I'm using the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop full wear and full coverage foundation, in the color Alabaster. I struggle with colors because half the time they're too light or the wrong undertone, or I can't get them light enough, so I never know. Although I didn't mean to grab Alabaster necessarily. They were out of porcelain, and I feel like this one might be a little bit too orange of an undertone, but it works. So I'll use the whole bottle because I'm cheap like that, and I'm not going to buy another bottle just because this one's a little bit off. So let's just get this on here. This looks like such a drastic difference because I accidentally got pink in my primer. So I swear this really does match my pale skin. I mean, look at the back of my hand. So I just, like I said, I accidentally got red in my primer. So it's making this look super crazy. Now I look like a normal human being again. Ooh. I really got into the hairline crazy. My pink and purple is starting to fade out, so at this point, my roots are starting to look blonde again, which then starts making it look like I have thin hair, which is kind of funny. But since right now, it's basically don't go out unless it's essential, hair dye is not essential. So unless I feel like ordering it online, it's just gonna fade into its natural blonde until it's light enough for me to use whatever color I have under the sink, which might be a red. I think there's a red under there right now that I could use if these completely fade out. I don't know what other colors I have. I might have a pink. I might have a blue. I really don't know. I bought a whole bunch of them from Hot Topic when I had Hot Cash last time, of the colors I typically would use, because I've had my hair so many different colors, it's almost ridiculous. But it's fun, and that's the important thing, because it may be mandatory to get older. It is not mandatory to grow up, and I live by that philosophy 100%, because how many 45-year-olds do you know that have bright pink and purple hair, or blue hair, or teal hair? I have too much fun with it, since my work is very understanding and does not have a weird hair color policy. As long as your tattoos aren't offensive, you can be pierced to the nines, and you can have weird colored hair as long as you do your job well, because we're not looking at the public anyways. And even if we were, honestly, it's become such a norm for people to be like that, to have tattoos, to have piercings, that it's almost insane at this point for any job to disqualify you over a piercing or a tattoo, because it it isn't the social stigma it used to be. So I really appreciate my company in a lot of ways. You know, they understand things like that. They're worried about our health, which is why we're working at home. But they're also doing things to try to make life easier for our members during all of this craziness. So it is nice to work for a company that actually has good values, and despite being a health insurance, really does try to do things to help out our members and advocate for our members and not just greedy all the time. All right, did we get that all the way on there? Okay. I forgot to grab my powder. Where's my powder at? That's not it. I'm sorry, there's a PlayStation controller up there that's trying to attack me right now. All right, this is the Ciate London Extraordinary Translucent Powder because, again, I really struggle to get things that are the right tone and that are light enough for my pale skin. So translucent powder is usually my saving grace, because at least a translucent powder shouldn't be really adding any color, and if it adds anything, it's paleness. So it works with my pale life. Now we're sufficiently pale again. Isn't that fantastic? You know, I know some people really like being tan and having this beautiful caramel skin. And if that's your color, that's fantastic. But I have two colors. I have red and I have white. So, I mean, technically I get a tan, but my tan is not tan. Not really. So here's my bronzer. It's one I got out of Ipsy. Eventually I'm going to have to get a refill because I'm starting to hit pan. It's the Balm Cosmetics Take Home the Bronze, and it is in the color Oliver. So you can see a little bit of the pan shining at you there. And I use this as my contour, basically. Kind of minimize all this crazy down here and highlight the giant cheekbones I was born with. It's definitely something to be said for my heritage. I have high cheekbones, pale, nice pale skin. I mean, really, I don't have too bad of problems. I never had really bad breakouts in high school. Just zits here and there during that fun time of the month for us women. But nothing crazy. I never really have had crazy bad acne or anything, which is nice. Unfortunately, I am a nervous picker, and so I tend to pick at those occasional blemishes. I just realized I totally forgot to do concealer under my eyes. You know, they don't look bad, so we're going to run with it. I usually do kind of do just a little down the side of my nose. Try not to have it too strong when I do that because I don't want it crazy. I just want like a little color, a little shadow to accent that long, straight nose. The Norwegian heritage on that nose, let me tell you. And the blonde hair. Actually, I got blue eyes and blonde hair comes down both sides of the family because my uncle is also a blonde, and so are his daughters. All right. So this is the Bang Beauty Smoked Peach Blush. This is seriously my favorite blush. I went beyond hitting pan on my last one of these. It was more like I'm still digging it out of the corners. I was using it so much. And so that was pretty funny, actually. It took me a while to track down another one because I didn't know who sold it. The first one I got in an Ipsy. And that's the only problem with Ipsy. You might get something you absolutely love, but if it isn't a common brand you're used to, you have no idea where to buy a replacement once you run out. I mean, I suppose some of the stuff you can actually get on their website, but I don't know. I never do that, I don't think. All right, so just a little blush up those high cheekbones. I just realized I never put on my eyeliner either. I'm doing things totally out of whack. Like out of their normal order, and I don't know why. Guess I'm just distracted. Oh, come on, go in there. Oh, Beauty Blender's trying to attack me over here. All right. What was I just saying I didn't do? Okay, this is the Seraphine Botanicals Luna Liner in black. I'm getting a little glare off of there. I'm going to have to look in this mirror over here because I can't see past that little glare. I have kind of crepey eyelids, so they always wrinkle on me, and I get these super crazy uneven lines. So I try to just pull my skin tight so that I get a better line. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail. Let's finish that wing and then we'll touch up what we need to. So it just moves around so much. Got a weird bump in that. I know this is a super technical, not technical at all, way to solve this problem. It's a Q-tip with spit on it. When I get just like a random little bump like that, I'll just use this to kind of smooth it out. It works. All right, let's get the other side. I don't always, it looks like I do such a skinny little line at first. And then add that wing and it usually gets fatter, but I actually have slightly hooded eyes. So I try to do a thin line to start with so that when I do the wing, that I'm not getting it too crazy to where I now don't have an eyelid at all. Because that's kind of what happens when you have hooded eyes. Depending on the level of the hooded eye. I did not. There we go. That's a better line. Alright. So there's the eyeliner. This is the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. This stuff is seriously amazing. I have decently long eyelashes. They're just blonde. So as you can see here, they're barely visible. But with this stuff, I suddenly have beautiful, dark, thick eyelashes. They're decently long. They curve decently. They're not super thick, but they're not horrible at the same time. So I feel like these liquid lash extensions, because they give you just a little extra length and a little extra fullness, aren't bad. It's not falsy long, obviously, but I have a hard time with false eyelashes anyways, because most of them are so long they hit my glasses, and I can't stand my lashes hitting my glasses. It drives me nuts. So really, most days, this is all I do for eyelashes. I do occasionally put on fake lashes just to take pictures because they look cool. There we go. All right. There it is. So I'm using the Ofra and Nikki Tutorials highlighter trio here. And, you know, the other day I used Glazed Donut. Today I think I'm going to use this one here, which is Glow Goals. It's a pretty kind of champagne looking color. Just feel like that'd go good with these reds and pinks. And this is another thing I don't usually go super crazy with. I know some people really do go nuts on their highlighter and they just want to be blinging from space, but that's not me. I do get a little on the end of my nose though. A little here in the center. There we go. Now, let's see. A huge pile of brushes over here. But where's the one I'm actually looking for? Ha, there it is. I really need to clean my brushes. Again, with the eyebrows, they're a lot like my lashes. They're a good shape. And these are my natural brows. I don't pluck them. I don't thread or tweeze, or I don't do anything to them. This is just their natural shape. So, you know, sometimes you luck out genetically and you work with those things. However, they are blonde, very blonde. And unless I have my hair my natural color, they look funny totally blonde. So what I do is I've got this palette. It's the Graffiti Nudes by Maybelline. This color up here, as you notice, the pan looks all funky. That's because that is forever going to be my eyebrows when my hair is purple. Because what I do is I take my little angled brush and I take a setting spray. In this case, this is my matte finish from NYX. And I spray the end of that. And then I dip it into this purple color to make it kind of more liquidy. I don't know why it's not doing its thing right now. Sorry. Apparently, I got more of that on my fingers than I did on the actual brush. And then I just follow what God gave me. So then they match my hair color. And you can actually see them. Now, on the rare occasion that my hair is actually its natural color, I use the Blonde Unbelievabrow by L'Oreal. Or if I just am having a day where I don't feel like doing my eyebrows, I'll use the Unbelievabrow as well. Because it just gives it a slight darker tint. And it just helps put them in place. So I try not to go too crazy with this, honestly, but well, that was much darker for some reason. So I don't know if the music in the background is coming across on this video, but if it is, I do not have the rights to any of the music. It's just one of the state radio stations on our dish. Just because silence to me is not golden. I was raised in a very loud house with a lot of kids, and absolute total silence drives me absolutely up the wall. So there's always some kind of noise going. It might be music. It's probably music. Or some kind of a TV show. I don't know why that got so crazy for a second there. I know I didn't want it that crazy. Come on. Just a little more here. There we go. Oh. Okay, I don't know why this side is wanting to be so freaking dark in spots. It's being a little crazy on me here. I swear, it is really hard to get perfectly symmetrical brows. I don't care who you are. Brows are not easy to get perfect. And honestly, your natural brows probably aren't perfect either, so roll with it. That's my theory, at least. All right, well, that'll work. Oh, that didn't want to get over there. So now the last thing is the lipstick. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. I love this stuff. It literally does stay on all day. It dries down to a good matte, and it genuinely stays as long as you don't need something super greasy. Honestly, I don't have a lip liner this bright red. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. But I do okay with the wand. And since I don't really overdraw anything, it works. Wow. I kind of feel like that might be too orange. I thought that was going to be a good color, but you know what? I changed my mind. I don't think it is. I think, yep, I can do that one. Let's try this lipstick again, quick before it sets. I'm telling you, once this stuff sets, it's going to stay. Like, you can eat, it'll stay. Drink things, it'll stay. The only thing that seems to make it come off is something greasy. All right, there we go. Do I see this one? I don't know where my... This isn't quite the right pencil for this, but it'll work if it was sharp. It is not sharp. I feel like I got little crumbs in there. Don't want crumbs. I'm kind of funny. I never take this all the way to the corners. I don't know why. Close. But never quite all the way to the corners. Okay, hold on, let's see. Do I... Trying to figure out which lipstick I like. I thought I knew which one I wanted. No, that's not it either. Is that Cherry Skies? Oh, that's Kitten Heels. Where's Cherry Skies? Oh, there it is. All three of these are NYX lipsticks that I'm putting on the back of my head right now. Oh, yeah. That's going to be the one. Is that the pencil I was using anyways? Totally was. This is the Liquid Suede by NYX in the color Cherry Skies. And God, I really didn't do those lips very well, did I? That edge is funky. So if we can fix it real quick. There we go. See, I always have this problem on the corners of my mouth. I always get a little weird. So usually... There we go. That works. No, I'm going absolutely nowhere today because, you know, we're on quarantine and all that fun stuff. God, I still feel like it could be a little pinker. Of course, I can't put my lipstick back for some reason. It's like I somehow need somewhere in between. Let's add just a little. Oh, there we go. This one is Pure Society, and it's another Liquid Metals. I really like the NYX Liquid Suedes, and also these Maybelline Superstays are my favorite lipsticks, honestly. So there we go. That is the look, and I hope you guys all have a great day.